Ricky Wifler was a 5-star and unanimous #1 overall recruit in high school from North Dakota. After a disappointing freshman season where he threw to the other team more than his own, the college football world is quickly asking if he is a bust. Ricky wants to prove everyone wrong and is determined to turn his college career around. He worked even harder in the offseason and dominated fall practice, earning a deep ball upgrade to help improve his accuracy, before the first game of his sophomore season where he stays home to take on Middle Tennessee State. First pass play of the season, Ricky stays patient and he checks it down underneath, and his receiver has a lot of space and he ends up getting out of bounds for a 20-yard gain. Big Rick trying to get into a rhythm. He drifts to his left out of the pocket, being patient, finds a receiver over the middle, Cooper again for the first down. At the goal line now, Big Rick fakes the give and keeps it for the walk-in touchdown for Ricky's first of the season. Tied at 7, offensive coordinator Stu calls a quarterback draw for Ricky, and he finds a lane, and Ricky, the cheetah legs, he's gonna score for a much-needed touchdown to regain the lead. Hoping to put the nail in the coffin before half, Ricky drops back both his draft neck. He sees an opening, and he barrels in for a touchdown to get a 28-7 lead. We win 28-14 over Middle Tennessee State to start 1-0 to the young season. After that win, Ricky goes to leadership camp and is now 98 excel and 98 agility, which makes him an even scarier dual threat quarterback. We beat 2 other poopy teams to start 3-0 as Ricky does the Tom Doan Jesus upgrade to get maxed out acceleration for Big Rick. Now we head to Iowa to take on a top 25 team on the road. Ricky is tasked with trying to tie the game here to save our undefeated season as he rolls to his right and finds a lane, and he takes off for a touchdown. Good job, Ricky. Now needing a 2-point conversion, Ricky surveys and he finds the out route to tie it 35-35 and force overtime. At the goal line, Ricky hands it off to his friend Donald, and he goes out and he finds the end zone to tie it up again. We're faced with a 4th and 20. If we don't get it here, it's basically game over for us as Ricky rolls to his right, looking for someone, and he hits the corner round. He works upfield and gets the first down. Coach Stu calls another read option, and per usual, a Ricky masterclass. He keeps it for the walk-in touchdown. Iowa scores again and gets the 2-point, which blows, but Ricky rolls to his right, sees a lane, he takes off fighting for extra yards. Love it, Rick. Another option call here as Rick keeps it, and he finds an opening and runs to the end zone to get that touchdown. Needing a 2-point, Ricky sits and surveys and throws a tight window. Yikes, man, it's completed, thankfully. We're tied up in like quadruple overtime as Ricky takes a step and he guides through the line and rumbles into the end zone for a touchdown. Then for the 2-point, we kindly hand it off to our running back and he gets an easy touchdown to get an 8-point lead. Our defense finally gets a stop and we escape Kinnick Stadium as Ricky balled out with 8 total touchdowns in a much needed win. Got a bunch of XP after that win where we upgrade Wash him off to get Ricky's agility to 99 with some juke and spin improvements as well before we head back home to play 2-3 Northwestern, who sucks. Coach Stu has a quarterback draw schemed up that he was really excited about running in practice. We run it with Ricky and he sees the opening and he fights for the first touchdown of the game. Again, Coach Stu, he draws up a quarterback run. He absolutely loves him, and Ricky can't wait as he fakes the pass, sees an opening, and he takes it for the touchdown to throw out to a 14-point lead. Up 14 in the second quarter, Ricky's sitting back like a patient duckling. He steps up and he ends up running around like a goose, and he finds an open receiver and he gets going upfield. He's gonna score a huge touchdown to add to our big lead. Before half, Coach Stu calls a re-option and Ricky runs it to perfection and gives it to the running back for a huge touchdown as we cruise to a 31-3 win over the Wildcats, and Ricky, another player of the game with a super strong start to his sophomore season. After that easy win, Ricky hits the weight room to improve his strength and become even harder to bring down. Sadly, our athletic director has the IQ of a squirrel and decided to schedule LSU on the road, so that's where Ricky's headed. For the first drive of the game, we're at the goal line and Ricky unloads underneath and we're gonna get an easy touchdown to take the early lead on the road. Ricky really balling out this game. We're up 21-7 and Ricky sits in the pocket. He finds a wide open receiver for a huge touchdown to extend our big lead. We shockingly easily won on the road 35-7 over LSU as Ricky again put together another stellar performance to continue his great sophomore season so far. Ricky, the hard worker he is, he went back to the lab and he practiced hard and earned a Dancing Rock upgrade, kind of a cool name, to upgrade his elusiveness as a runner in open field. Now we face a tough test at home, trying to keep our undefeated season alive against Ohio State and the talented Buckeyes. Up 3, Ricky fakes it and he looks deep and he has X and he launches it and he walks it for the big touchdown to get a 2-score lead. Out of way, Rick. They score a touchdown and Ricky faces a long 3rd and goal as he drops back and rolls to his right and he finds a receiver for a beautiful touchdown. Out of way, Rick. The Buckeyes won't go away as we're at the goal line and Ricky hands it off to a running back and he drifts towards the end zone. He's going to score for a much needed touchdown. We hold on to a tight 24-21 win as Ricky again balls out, has played so efficient this season. And now our next game is on the road against the 20th ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers. The Corn Boys trying to stop Ricky from eating. Not a fan of it as Ricky rolls to his right, looking around, sees nothing. He takes off for the end zone and he gets the touchdown. In the red zone again, Big Rick commanding the offense, sits and is patient, gets scared, retreats to home base, then prepares for liftoff and success. Gets the touchdown. Out of way, Rick. It's tied late in the third quarter as Ricky looks around and he checks it down to the zig. He's easily going to get in the end zone to take the touchdown lead. Later in the fourth quarter now, we're at the goal line and Ricky once put the game in his hands as an option, and Ricky keeps it. He rumbles and bumbles around into the end zone. Good job, Rick. We take a knee and escape Lincoln with a 28-14 win over the Corn Boys. With an 8-0 start to the season, Ricky upgrades the flying high upgrade to boost up to 96 throw accuracy before our biggest test of the year at home against Michigan. No one has scored, but we're now at the goal line as Ricky drips to his left and he throws across his body for a scary touchdown. Hey, that was close. Minnesota's flexing their muscles with 7-0 lead as Big Rick rolls to his right and he looks downfield and he tosses it for a huge gain to get us to the goal line. Coach Stu calls a running back draw and wow, it's actually going to work. Donald gets us the 2-possession lead. They storm back to tie the game as Ricky selflessly hands it off and Donald gets another touchdown to get us back out in front. Michigan forces overtime and deja vu. They don't want Ricky running, so he hands it off for an easy touchdown on the read option. They scored back-to-back times, so we need to convert this 4th and 3, and yeah, no idea what Coach Stu was thinking calling a running back draw, just a negative IQ play call, and we lose our first game of the season. Thanks, Coach Stu. Don't blame yourself though, Ricky. Coach Stu definitely sabotaged. There's just no other reasoning for it. That loss got Ricky very upset, so he trained and spent time practicing to perfect his craft in front of a daunting task at Beaver Stadium. No one could score in this game, but we're now at the goal line, and Big Rick keeps the read option. He sprints into the end zone to take the lead. Before half, Big Rick is feeling it as he sits and is patient looking downfield, and he finds our wanted touch pass. It's such a beautiful throw, Ricky, for the huge gain. Ricky determined to get 7. He sits and navigates the pocket, has a receiver run open, he hits him for the touchdown to take a 2-score lead. With just 27 seconds left, tied up, Ricky drops back and he looks over the middle and he hits X for a big first down. Our kicker hits the field goal and we escape Beaver Stadium with a close win, and Ricky plays another terrific game. Fittingly, after the game, Ricky sees the big old boy upgrade, has to take it to get his throw accuracy maxed out to 99 now. Ricky continues to practice and work hard, knowing if he keeps this up, he may win the Heisman and maybe even a national championship for Minnesota. Against Wisconsin, we're down 6 and struggling, so Ricky drives back and he ends up bumping into a lineman, then wills his way to the end zone to take the narrow lead. Our defense has been bud, so Ricky is trying to score over half, and he looks around and he throws a strike to the back of the end zone for a sexy touchdown. That's a great throw from Ricky. Starting to figure it out, Ricky is putting the team on his back and hits an open receiver over the middle to extend the lead over Wisconsin for another touchdown. We finished winning 31-19 over a top 25 team, and Ricky continues to impress this season. College football is starting to take notice as Ricky is 3rd in the Heisman voting with a chance to win it with a great end of the season. For the last game of the regular season, we played Michigan State at home, hoping to close the season strong. Down 3 early against Sparty, Ricky in the patented read option, he gives it to Donald, and Donald says, "Get off me." Oh my goodness, he's got daylight. Go Donald, go. Let's go, man. That's happiness. Tied at 10 in the third quarter, Ricky once put an end to this funny business, and he throws a butte to an open receiver to get the lead back. Another chance for Big Rick to get a game-winning drive as he rolls to his right, showing off his elite mobility and those meatball legs, sprinting out of bounds near field goal range. Coach Fleck wants us to try and score, so Ricky gives the handoff, and Donald takes the easy touchdown. Our defense holds off in the last regular season game of the year, and we keep our national title hopes alive. You don't want to do that. Ricky gets a +2 speed upgrade. Big mistake. We win our division pretty easily, sitting at 11-1 with our only loss to Michigan, who just so happens to be who we're playing for the Big Ten title. Ricky wants revenge, so he hits the practice field and remembers the feeling he had leaving the field after that loss earlier in the season. Tied up before half, Coach Stu draws up an option play, and Ricky keeps it for the easiest touchdown ever to get the early lead. Michigan keeps clawing back as we're tied up in the third quarter, but Ricky is a persistent young lad, and he throws a weird slip screen that somehow works, and we end up taking our field goal. Our defense is letting us down like the movie Holmes and Watson, but Ricky is determined as he drops back and he scans and he hits a tight window, a humongous touchdown to take the lead back. 3rd and 2 with the game on the line, Ricky patrols out of the pocket looking downfield and he sees no one. He runs over a DB little boy and he gets the first down. Now Ricky dropping back looking for the out route. He hits the out route and he gets out of bounds. That's a big play. Again, man, Ricky putting the squad on his back. 13 seconds left at midfield. We look downfield. We find X for a huge completion and he works us down to the goal line. With just 2 seconds left, Coach Stu calls his favorite play and Ricky gets scared and rolls out and he hits on it back. You gotta be kidding me, man. He drops it. Disappointment is an understatement as we lose the Big Ten title to Michigan. Ah, man, this day is just getting better and better. Jarrelli Brock wins the Heisman over Ricky, which is frustrating to say the least, but Ricky has a chance to show everyone the mistake that they made in this Cotton Bowl against West Virginia. We're down 14 very early. On 4th and 5, Coach Stu opts to go for it. Love the aggression as Big Rick drops back and he looks around and he ends up finding make an open receiver for a touchdown to cut the lead in the half. With the chance to score before half, Ricky goes empty and drops back and sees an opening and uses those legs for a quick touchdown right before half. Coach Stu loves him some read option as Ricky keeps it. Oh my gosh, this is an open up. You ain't gonna catch Big Ricky. He sees a donut in the end zone. It's over for. They're trying to catch him, but it won't work as Ricky stumbles in and he gets his well-deserved glazed donut. The defense is starting to figure it out as Ricky has a chance to blow this game wide open as they blitz and Ricky throws underneath for an easy touchdown. On 3rd and 11, the Mountaineers won't give up on the dream, but Ricky's a dream killer like Freddy Krueger without the ugly face and long nails, of course. He turns the corner and he gets the first down to finish the game. As we win the Cotton Bowl and Ricky, to no one's surprise, wins player of the game in the final game of the season. Can the worst team in Texas survive a conference of the best teams in Texas? If you want to find out, click the video on the screen. I think you'll love it.